So now moving on to Coach of the Year. So we've gotten all the player awards done except for the MVP because we're going to leave that to last along with the All NBA teams. So we've got the Coach of the Year award, which again it's a pretty subjective award. It's very strange as well. As you saw like a few years ago, Dwayne Casey wins it and then he gets fired. So I don't know, like it kind of whether you win the award does it really mean much? You know what I mean? But I think it still goes to show, what the coach can bring to an organization, and a change of coach and a change of system can definitely help turn the fortunes of a franchise around. And that's played a big part in who I've selected as my coach of the year. So my coach of the year, Mike Brown from the Sacramento Kings. So the reason why is you're looking at a team who was out of the playoffs for, I think it was about 15, it might have been more than that. It might have been 16, 17 years since they've been in the playoffs last, if not longer. Might have been 20 years. I'd have to fact check that. But a team like that to be constantly out of the playoffs, constantly in the running for lottery spots, and for a guy like Mike Brown to come in and just change the whole culture of the team, you know what I mean? He's brought this swagger about it. He's had confidence in the young guys. He's brought that very laid back kind of relationship with the players. I mean, he's probably hard on them when he needs to be, but I feel like from what I've seen and what I've heard from him in interviews and from what I've heard from the players in the organization, a lot of them respect him highly, and he's more like a father figure to these guys, and I think that's helped them get to where they've gotten. Obviously being the third seed in the West, they were second with that loss yesterday. They've obviously moved down a spot, but for them to be in the running to possibly win the West after where they've been for years and years and had bad coaches after bad coach, yes, I mean Dave Yeager was a decent coach, but Luke Walton trash. For someone to hire him as a coach for that organization, and to be fortunate enough to get a guy like Mike Brown, who's previously won Coach of the Year under when he was with the Cleveland Cavaliers and when he was playing when LeBron James was playing under him. It's a testament to him to come back after a hiatus in the league and to win the award, in my opinion, which he should win it.
I want to play devil's advocate here, and I want to say Mike Brown or John Mazzulla are going to take home the award, but I've also gone with Mike Brown. The Kings haven't made the playoffs for 16 years, and I think that just speaks for itself. They're the second seed in the West. Their first winning record since 2006. And he's just a culture setter. We see when the Kings win, they have that defensive player of the game chain, light the beam, the whole thing. I think he's really brought that brotherhood to the Sacramento Kings. And I don't know how far they're going to go in the playoffs or how good they'll be for the next coming seasons, but even for someone who's a Lakers fan, conference rival, one of my best friends goes for the Kings. We're always arguing, but you just got to give them credit at this point. They're the second seed, and Mike Brown's made him that much better. So,
100%. And just to add to that, when they were at the Olympics, when was it? 2021. It was meant to be 2020, but 2 years ago when the Olympics were on, he was coaching Nigeria. And they got the victory over the US in that exhibition match before the Olympics took place. And I know it was an exhibition game, and the US took time to adjust, but it just shows how good of a coach he is. If he can take a team, yes, they had NBA talent. Yeah, they did have NBA talent playing for them, but at the end of the day, not to the level that the US had. And for him to be able to tactically match what the US was doing on their side of the ball, and to be able to come away with victory, it's a credit to him as a coach. And again, I think it was actually I'm quite surprised he wasn't an option as a head coach from numerous teams looking for one over the last few years. So all credit to him.